who knows if you had, turned someone down, what maybe what other alternatives they probably
Do they have?
probably don't have.
Yeah.
So,
Like you're the best they can get. Something like
yeah,
that.
or the only.
Only.
Because a lot of times too, they have already come from another day
Oh
program, and they
yeah.
have been,
Yeah.
you know,
That's such a tough position to be in. Tough, but it's also rewarding, I would say.
Definitely rewarding.
How do we stay afloat in a constantly changing physical world? Mastering our body and mind to transport us through this life, let's talk about strategies to navigate, survive, and thrive with our fellow humans. I am Josh Manoharan, a physiotherapist and a lifelong learner from Manila, Philippines, bringing you conversations about growth and happiness. This is the Adapt and Thrive podcast. With me today, representing the state of California in the United States of America, are Jim and Rona.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Good afternoon over there. Good afternoon
Yes.
over there. Promote education, achievement, collaboration, and happiness. Peach Hub. How did we come up with that name? Really catchy.
You can tell them about the original, and then
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Okay, so the original name of our organization was LEAP, and it was
Leap.
yeah,
Leap.
LEAP program. Yeah, so it also meant something,
Okay.
right?
You forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
Educate,
Okay, yeah,
achieve, progress.
progress. Okay, so those
Okay,
are
okay.
it's like an abbreviation for our mission statement, right?
Yeah.
Educate. But through the business, of course, you all when you're a business owner, you learn all these challenges along the way.
Yeah.
There was another company of the same
Industry.
industry that
Well, no, it's not exactly.
yeah
Yeah.
very close. So we got a letter from them that it's very similar, and we were small. We were just starting, so we were like worried about what is this like, is this going to be an issue? We don't have time because we're just building up the business. So we changed it right away. Like we just had like a executive decision to just maybe it's not meant for us. I don't know. So,
Yeah.
But really quickly,
yeah.
anytime when we started LEAP, that goes through when we applied for it with the state of California.
Yeah.
It was granted.
Yeah,
because it's available and it's original.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just so close.
So
And you came up with Peach.
So we reacted right away. We wanted something different, inclusive, and not like can I say that, like a day program-ish like type of name?
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say that.
Hear it, it's like Peach Hub. Oh, is that a bar?
Exactly.
Community.
Tiki. Yeah.
So
a big part of what we do is community integration.
Yes.
And so Hub represents that everyone comes here to get together, and then we go on and participate in whatever the community has to offer.
What was the pandemic story like for both of you?
For me personally, it allowed me to think more about what we currently have, because we're living at home, we can't do anything, and we just appreciate what we currently have, and not to look for more. I mean, we can survive with what we have is what I'm saying.
For me, it's been very much in a way a roller coaster, just because the first few weeks here we are, I'm sure, even though we're employers, we're feeling the same way as our employees, where it was beyond our control as to why we had to stop. And so because it was a statewide mandate to obviously stay home.
How does an individual with developmental disability integrate into the community?
There's a number of ways. It depends on the challenges and maybe what type of deficits there might be. And also it depends on what their personal goals are. So it can be for leisure, for just fun, right? We can do those in ways of going to a museum, going to the park, going to the library. Other ways that we also integrate in the community are through volunteer programs. We're very fortunate that we have neighboring businesses that are accommodating, that allows us. We have a recycle program that we collect recycle, and it teaches the value of when you put in work, you get something, you get rewarded for it.
So we also have art exhibit that we hold quarterly. So we have the individuals partner up with our staff, and it's themed art work. And then we hold it every Saturday for only 2 hours. We invite the community, the parents. We do live selling on Facebook, and all sales will go to the artist. So we are always excited to do that because the individuals are excited because they get something to look forward to, and they're actually planning what to do with the the money So teaching them
so empowering.
A lot of times for an individual who is different, and I'm sure they experience being treated, even if we're not aware of it, differently. And so it's important that one of the first things that we teach, and a big part of our orientation, are the specific terminology or the way we talk, the way we approach, in order to make sure that we have this casual yet professional environment. That's an ongoing process. We have daily meetings in which we want to make sure that we achieve that, because that's a strong part of why we feel what makes our program different. Is that feeling that when you step in, it's not stiff, because it's a tough job. We want to make sure that you're free, you're the staff, you're just being yourself. And we really encourage that because we want to have that.
From what I got from you so far, so first of all, we chose a very cheeky, peachy name that doesn't sound too formal. Actually, that's what I was gonna say, that this embodies the whole name itself. The Peach Hub embodies the whole, the whole vibe that you wanna, give out to your clients. It's fun. You still get things done. You still develop skills in terms of enabling or empowering these individuals to acquire skill sets to move into a bigger society, to integrate within the community. My next question is, so that's one side. There's you, and there's the families, and there's the individuals with developmental disabilities who try and develop these skills to be part of the community. How does the community now receive these individuals? Are they ready? Are they accommodating? Or do you see some barriers?
There's definitely barriers, but it's not quite the same from before. And when I say before, we're talking a lot of years. Being California, for one, we're very progressive and open. You see it around. You see group homes and care homes, and so you can't help but be aware that there are care home facilities, there are adult day programs.
There are definitely challenges out there, but it's changing, improving, getting better. There's still a lot of groups out there. I mean, I think it is understanding what this community is about, and I think for most most of the people who still have that same thinking of meaning, like, they think differently of the group. So, just needed like more understanding of what it is. They're just like us, different challenges, but,
From a residential care home facility point of view, there's this prestigious neighborhood. When we were talking to the owners of that facility, they were telling us that they had a lot of pushback from the community, the neighbors. They were afraid of the foot traffic, because now that this is not a residence, it's a business, then obviously you'll have people coming in and out.
No, and that's not what they have in mind. You know what I mean?
It's kind of true. It's and you have a lot of cars being parked in their neighborhood, because there's a lot of people working there. But I'm sure, just like what
there are other things.
There's definitely other reasons we're not well taken sometimes. That doesn't stop us, an individual who who has disabilities. Most of their lives they've been taken care of, and most of the time they've been limited in experiencing most of life has to offer. And that's because of just the nature of us maybe feeling that we need to make sure that this person is okay. But
over nurture them, is that where you're going? Yeah, because you feel like they're different, so you have to overcompensate and hand them everything. Is that what you're saying?
We are expected to be able to manage very, very challenging, severe behaviors.
What do people without developmental disabilities do not understand about fellow adults with developmental disabilities?
Mostly communication. That they would like their action means something instead of just doing it for fun or whatever. Mostly when they do certain things, we try to see what it is that this individual is trying to tell us. So let's say, for example, someone would just knock off a chair. Like, what is it? Why is he hungry, or is this individual hungry, or does he need to go to the bathroom? But for other people that do not understand,
it's like, what the heck?
Just like tantrum. It's just like a tantrum.
Right.
And the reaction to that would be different. Like, it would be like, you have to stay there because you did that. But for us now that is learning the process, we're like, okay, what is it? Why is he doing? Especially if it's something positive, then we try to see, like, maybe he's trying to say something, and that's communicating. So communication is, mostly, what the challenges that a lot of people don't understand with individual with disability is the communication.
You're able to really acknowledge and see the true person, be really beyond maybe someone's appearance or talents or abilities. Because in our line of work, we have to be able to read the most subtle way of communication. And or if not communication, but maybe what how they're feeling, or they may be thinking, but there's definitely
an intuitive, like, you have to be really intuitive to tune into that, to that skill. It's like an extrasensory perception,
that's why it's very important for us to be present. So that's what we teach them. You have to be present, aware, and see, like, the tiniest, because a lot of the individuals are nonverbal. So it's
definitely
either sign language, they walk away, they do certain things that a lot of people not in the industry wouldn't understand.
To be able to understand the language of this population, there has to be an intention. How do we make the community understand that these are not tantrums? They're simply their way of expressing something, and we need to see through that.
We work with the individuals, and then it runs out to, you know, the staff, the parents, the home, and the surrounding network, the community.
Definitely.
So it, you know, hopefully would spider out and expand to a bigger community. So,
and that's how we initiate change anyway, right? With small incremental changes. Yes. Do you see this setup working in the Philippine setting?
Go ahead. Me?
He thought about it when we were back home visiting you guys.
Okay, you guys go ahead.
If it was going to be funded by the government.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you now, they're not going to fund it. Such a beautiful system, right? I mean, if you think about it from a social standpoint, that California is, well, definitely in such a progressive state that really is so inclusive that they actually support, you know, individuals with disabilities to that extent. What are developmental disabilities, and how do they manifest in adulthood versus when they are kids?
It ranges from intellectual delay, either mild, moderate, or severe. Autism is a very common diagnosis. It has a very wide spectrum. And cerebral palsy, where you lack certain control of muscles. Epilepsy, seizure. So those are some diagnoses that would qualify you for services like ours. What's gratifying is, you know, that who knows if you had, you know, turned someone down, what other alternatives they probably
do they have? Like, you're the best they can get, something like that,
or the only.
Because
a lot of times too, they have already come from another day program, and they have been you know,
that's such a tough position to be in. Tough, but it's also rewarding, I would say.
Definitely rewarding. Switching to this industry, very rewarding. The small things, like when we see the parents smiling, switching from an in-person service now to alternate Zoom, you know, online. There's a lot of learning curve, but everyone, the team embraced, you know, change, the difference, and we see, like, you know, the individuals that we don't even expect to stay on for 3 minutes would be logging on or staying after our Zoom. So that's like, wow, this, you know, they're really looking forward to this time with us. And, you know, to have that enthusiasm, that excitement, like, hello, you know, like, it's just, okay, let's get this, you know, thing going.
We've been chatting about so many things already, but can I ask for takeaways from you guys? What did you enjoy about our conversation?
Understand, be present, and, you know, there's this little community that exists.
I feel a lot of this is just really reliving, you know, our journey with the business, and definitely the up and downs, and but we don't get tired of talking about it, just because we're definitely very grateful for the position that we're at. But fast forwarding to our end goal for the clients that we serve, which is employment. And so how the steps that we've taken just today, you know, those shipping containers that, you know, they send overseas. Oh yeah, you see those sometimes. They look like food trucks, and I think we've seen them.
That's a smaller one, but ours is like a little.
Yeah, ours is huge. So our idea is, we had emptied out all our stuff from that, and we're converting it into a cafe, in which we'll
individuals can, yeah.
Goosebumps. That's so
Isn't
nice.
it exciting? Yeah. So this time had us reflecting what is it after, the day program. If this doesn't work, what's,
Oh
the
my
next
God.
step.
That closes the whole loop. And I was gonna actually get to that, and it's so fun. It's wow, amazing. It's out of words. Employment, literally integrating them to the community. That is the hallmark of integration, like having a proper job. That's it. Thanks for sharing everything. There's a quote from Steve Jobs that I really always remember, and it's people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are usually the ones who do. So I think we're all crazy enough to envision, a perfect world, but able to narrow it down to, what we can do. And it is so nice to be, to connect with you, and I'm sure we'll be crossing our paths sooner or later. I'll let you guys go now. Thank you for your time. Really, really appreciate everything, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of your
Bye-bye.
weekend.
Yes, where's Regula? I need to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Hi, Regula. Say bye to Uncle. Come on.
Come here, boy.
Right there.
All right. See you later.
Bye.